Hello, my little deviants. So I was sitting on my futon a while ago and I came to this realization. Finding profound conversation with anyone's especially difficult. And I don't understand why. I mean, I pretty much grew up not really having, and I know it's hard to, categorize everybody based off of my own standards, but I've always been fairly charismatic. The way that I've been grown up, I've had to talk to people and everything, so talking isn't especially a hard thing for me. It's difficult when I'm, recording like this. For some reason, I have a tendency to repeat phrases over and over and over again, and I get a little bit awkward when I'm saying things on a microphone, but beyond that, when I usually get into the conversation, once I start talking for a little while and grasp the concept of it, I'm pretty good. And this works, socially face-to-face with people. I'm better face-to-face, hilariously enough. So, it's always been a weird concept to me how terrible 90% of people are with talking. It's so bizarre to me because it seems it's such a simple concept to me, at least, but it is deceptively simple. I will give it that much. It is definitely a deceptively simple concept. It's more the fact of people who can provide good conversation, interesting conversation, one that I'm not bored of relatively quickly and is not coming off to me as a pretentious asswipe more than anything else. And that, to me, is where everything seems to fall short, especially online. Definitely, especially online. The internet has been an absolute fucking smegma fest of conversations that I have had with people over the years. And it is just especially terrible there than any conversation that I have with people, even at my job when it's just small talk when I'm ringing them out, is more profound than 90% of the conversations I have on a day-to-day basis with somebody online. And that's just fucking pathetic. Leave it to the human race to be able to put a computer screen in front of their face, give them a keyboard, and throw them into a Discord chat and have this socially awkward human being talk, and they still find a way to make a fucking miserable conversation, even though you eliminate half of the fucking... You just need to type. You don't even need to talk on top of it. So I don't understand it. So if you couldn't tell, this is immediately right off the bat going to be a fucking tirade right here, a rant, something that pisses me off to the brim, really, just bad conversationalists in general. Fucking terrible people, especially, online is just absolutely, especially atrocious. Absolutely fucking horrible. It's especially aggravating to me because people are generally, in certain categories of the way that they act. You know, there's, that grammar Nazi guy that fucking just aggravates me. There's always the edgelords, the depressive people who might actually literally be depressive. And whatever, that's not their fault, but, nobody wants to talk to somebody sad, period. It's just, nobody likes being in that environment where you're bringing everybody else's mood down. I mean, I know people that are specifically, they actually are depressive. They go through depressional phases. They're bipolar. And even those kinds of people, when they're in a depressive phase, they generally avoid people. They're not sitting talking on people online and dragging everybody else down with them. So that's always been a bizarre concept to me anyway, but I'm not even going to touch anything like that because that's just a can of worms right there to open up on the internet. But just all of these kinds of people, and they're especially attracted to forums as well, I've noticed, especially the ones that just want to prove you wrong. It's that kind of shit that really gets under my skin than anything else, are the people who you get into a conversation with. They pretend like they want to be in some profound, interesting conversation. They're not afraid to talk about politics and all of that difficult shit, but really what they want to do is they just want to ream you in the ass by saying that there's something that is not right about what you said, and they're right and you're wrong, and it's just literally, the internet is just a big fucking, dick measuring contest with everybody that you try to get into a conversation with. And I cannot fucking stand it. It just is so fucking bizarre to me. Why would you not want to just get into a normal conversation with somebody online just for fun, just to enjoy yourself, without putting another human being down. It's this anonymity thing that gives everybody this fucking god complex where they just want to fucking kick everybody else down to make themselves feel better. And I get the logic behind it. I don't agree with it in any way, shape, or form, because I have never since, like, when I was maybe younger, like, way younger, like fucking 8 or something like that, but, you know, I hit the age of reason at about 10 years old that was a bad thing to make other people feel like trash to make yourself feel better. It's pathetic. But anyway, that's a whole other fucking thing to cut into right there, though. So I just wanted to rant about that, throw it into another video. We're going to call this series Silent Rants. And I'm going to go ahead and just put on a fucking picture in the background for that while we do so, and put it into an edited video, and yeah, we'll call it there. So, yeah. Stay salty, everybody.